Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to show you guys my Kino Lorber haul. In case you guys didn't know, Kino is currently having a March Madness sale that goes all the way through April 21st. And you can get 4Ks for $17.99, Blu-rays for $9.99, and it's a pretty great sale right there. Good old Nick Cage. Yeah, so I just want to show you the few movies that I got here. And first up, we have Reindeer Games with Ben Affleck and Charlize Theron, Gary Sinise, Danny Trejo, one stacked cast. And this is an action Christmas movie. Yep, you can watch it, during the holiday season, Christmas time, Christmas Eve, like right around there. It's action-packed. It's a bank heist movie. And basically, Ben Affleck pretends to be this other guy to hook up with Charlize Theron. Can you blame him? And Charlize Theron's brother ends up being this guy who wants to, rob a casino. And he thinks that the guy that Ben Affleck is pretending to be has, some inside info on how to get in there. That's the basic plot. So yeah, this is a really fun movie. It comes with a theatrical cut and an extended cut. To be honest, I've seen both. I think I kind of prefer the theatrical, but I could be wrong. I kind of need to rewatch them both again to see. I know that the theatrical is an hour and 41 minutes or something like that. Oh no, I'm sorry. So yeah, you've got a 104-minute cut and a 125-minute cut. So you have those two different cuts. So for me, I think just because it's an action thriller, I kind of like the, I like the pacing of the shorter runtime a little bit better because, you got to keep people constantly in suspense and keep it going, kind of keep a certain momentum going. But I'll rewatch the extended cut because it's been a long time, so I might really like it. But I love that artwork. Beautiful poster. Got them on the back. And they're the specs right there. Some special features. So not a bad release at all. Definitely want to check that one out, guys, if you haven't seen it. Next up, we have another holiday movie, April Fool's Day. And April Fool's Day is a slasher movie set around the holiday, which is a lot of fun. I really dig the ending. It's a cool ending. And it's just a good time. I mean, it really is your typical, 80s slasher. It actually came out the year I was born, 1986. Here are the specs. You get some special features there. And I love this artwork. Scream Factory also put out this edition on Blu-ray, or I should say an edition of this movie out on Blu-ray. I believe it's all the same special features. But they had the cool slipcover where they're kind of in the martini glass, and then you can reverse the insert art. This does not have reversible artwork. None of these do that I'm showing. But still, definitely a fun movie. You want to check this one out. There you go. And like I said, all these 4Ks are $17.99, so that's a good deal. You want to try to buy these movies from, all of these boutique labels when they have their sales going. So Vinegar Syndrome, Kino Lorber, Scream Factory, Severin, all these companies. You want to try to get them when they've got a sale going. Arrow Video. So yeah, if you can, I know not everywhere has sales, if you're in a different country or whatever, but, try to if you can. Criterion, they're another one that has, I always wait for Criterion to go on sale for the 50% off Barnes & Noble sales that happen twice a year. I always wait for those because otherwise you're spending $50 a title, which is just, crazy. And next up, we've got Orca. This was a blind buy. I've not seen this movie, but I've heard really good things. I believe it takes itself pretty seriously, kind of like Jaws, which I like. I know it's kind of like a Jaws ripoff, but I can't wait to check this one out. And this came out in 1977. I love a good 70s horror film, so that right there alone kind of sold me on it. I heard the restoration for this is great too, because to me, the movies that look the best on 4K, from what I've noticed, are like the older movies. The older, the better for 4K. 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. Like, the older, the better for those. So I really look forward to checking this one out. You do have some special features on there as well, which is always nice. Yep. So, and what's cool is, all of these that I've shown here, you get the 4K and the Blu-ray. Oh, there is one other thing I should mention. So for this release, you only get the 4K of the theatrical cut of Reindeer Games. Yeah, just the theatrical cut. The extended cut, or the director's cut, I should say, is only on Blu-ray. So it's kind of a bummer. A lot of us like it when they do both cuts on 4K, but sadly with this one they did not. Yeah, just Blu-ray. I see. 4K theatrical cut, Blu-ray director's cut. Just so you know, because some of you might be like, "Oh, cool, I'm gonna get that because I love the director's cut," and then it's like, "Oh, fuck," they screwed me again. All right, and last but certainly not least, we've got a little Brian De Palma in Snake Eyes. Man, I love this movie. It's funny because I remember this movie getting like kind of trashed on back in the day. It was one that got like kind of made fun of from what I remember, and I'm like, I just don't get why. I think this is a great thriller. Like, just a really fun, suspenseful movie. And it's like taking place in a casino, which is kind of cool. And there's like a boxing match, and there's an assassination that happens. And Nick Cage is like this kind of detective in the casino, and he's trying to figure out like what happened. And you're getting all these different perspectives from characters. And Nick Cage is just going up to each one of them, kind of interviewing them. And then, we're seeing their point of view on everything. And then it kind of all, comes together at the end. And, there's some twists and turns. And I just think it's directed very well. De Palma, the thing with him is I love his camera work. The way he moves the camera. And he makes watching the film interesting. He gives it like a whole nother life besides just the acting and everything, which is great in this, by the way. Another film that has Gary Sinise, so you're noticing a pattern with me. But yeah, definitely one of Nick Cage's best roles, I think. A great De Palma movie. And I really look forward to checking out this 4K restoration. There are the special features, which it looks like it's lacking. This came out in 98. A lot of thrillers came out in like the 90s. Audio commentary by film historian Steve Mitchell and Nathaniel Thompson. And then you get a theatrical trailer, and that's it. But hey, something's better than nothing. Like I said, for the price, $17.99, that's not bad. Get the 4K, get the Blu-ray, get, an audio commentary from these film historians. I mean, could be worse. So, yeah, check out Snake Eyes if you haven't seen it. It's a banger. And that's it, guys. That's my haul. Thank you so much for watching. It's been a really great kind of getting back out there and making content. I'm trying to stay with it, stay consistent. And I just appreciate you guys watching. I'm never going to bitch at you to hit the like button and subscribe and, share or anything. Like, if you want to, cool. But I'm not going to say all that shit in every video. You know what I mean? But if you want to, that's awesome. I appreciate it. Just know that I never take it for granted or anything like that. What I do really sincerely appreciate are the comments, because I do read those and I do like to engage with my audience and people that like the content I put out and everything. And I like to collab with people like Our Life in Horror. Allie and I have been on their channel several times. They're great. Pops Movie Dungeon, Brian Goes Blue, Subjective Perspective Collective, Corey. There's just so many people that, I've been on their channels, over the years, the 4K Tent Revival, Gizmo, and I just really appreciate it. It's been a fun time. Sorry if I left anyone out, by the way. Oh, my buddy Fox Nervig and my buddy Ryan. I don't know. I mean, I've been on quite a few channels, so I'm always honored, when somebody invites me on, because I love talking about movies, and that's why I do this, and that's it, So I really appreciate it, and I hope you guys have a great day. And let me know what you guys think of these titles down below. If you're planning on buying anything from the March Madness sale, remember it goes through April 21st. Or either through April 21st or until April 21st. Maybe April 21st is when it's done, but either way, go check out the sale and get some awesome titles and let me know what you picked up. So until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.